Hi there, everyone. I've been asking for some questions maybe so that I could do a little bit of a video podcast, get to know me kind of video. So I got some questions here, and what I've found in doing previous cuts is I'm a little bit of a rambler. So I'm going to break this out into maybe one question a piece for a couple of videos. So I guess we'll do about me first, and then maybe we'll get into about the shop and maybe about paintball in some later videos, or maybe I'll just answer one of each. I'm not really sure. I'm making this up as I go. So first one, probably most relevant, is what's my background. And my background is I am a drafter by trade. I went to technical school, Pittsburgh Technical Institute, to be a drafter, and that's what I was doing for a long time. I always did paintball on the side, but I never really thought of it as a business opportunity until relatively recently, 2012, 13 is when I really started making a business out of it. But yeah, I'm a drafter by trade. I'm not really an engineer or a machinist or anything. I've never had one day of actual machine training, and I've never really had any engineering training, but you know, hey, if you want to know it and you're willing to do some research, you can pretty much figure anything out. So that's how I kind of got where I am today. So, it kind of brings us up to recently. So how did I get into machining? About, I don't know, when I was a junior in high school. My dad bought some mini mill and a mini lathe, and we were going to fix some things. What we were going to fix, we didn't know, but we figured it would be nice to have, and we put them in his shop. This is my shop that you see around here. I built this specifically for paintball. But anyhow, yeah, what got me into machining, my dad bought the little machines, and we started messing around with stuff, and I immediately started modifying paintball parts, enlarging valve ports, taking a little bit of weight off here and there, drilling some holes in my guns and my old spiders, little dinky stuff like that. But the more I did, the better I got at it, and the better I got at it, the more I saw that there was limits in the machine, and the more I wanted to get bigger, better machines and make a place specifically for paintball, like you see behind me. So yeah, he still makes parts on the little mini lathe and stuff, and mini mill, and you might see him come around every now and then when he needs to drill a bigger hole in something. But yeah, that's how I got into machining. My dad bought the stuff, and I just kind of got into it. So where do I draw my inspirations? The next question, and that's kind of a tough one. Sometimes it's most of the time it's personal experience. Like specifically when playing pump. Let's get out this gun. This was one of the first guns I turned into. Whoops, excuse me. This was one of the first guns that I turned into a pump gun, and when I got it originally, you know, I bought the cheapest pump kit you could get, and there was no auto trigger on it, and regular frame and all that stuff. And what I found was that the problem that I saw was the front end of the gun was too heavy from using the CCM pump kits with the big piece of acrylic on the front. Not that it's too terribly, not that it was ever really too terribly heavy or like unmanageable. Not ripping on CCM at all, but you know, it was just something that was like, you know what, it would be nicer if the front end of this gun was a little bit lighter. So I just kind of start looking into it, and found a supplier that makes carbon fiber tubes that were the right size, so I started making caps for them, and that was my first product, was the carbon fiber handles. Actually, there was one little product beforehand that didn't really go out so well when I made the entire front end of the pump kit, and it wasn't CCM compatible. So, I mean, it worked. It was good enough. It was a good first product. But the first one that really sold was CCM compatible carbon fiber handles. And most of the other stuff, most of my other products have just been something like that. I see a need, or I want to make something for myself, and I just go ahead and make it, and make a few and see if they sell. And if they sell, I make more. If they don't sell, then I don't make more. So yeah, that's where I get most of my inspiration, is finding deficiencies in current products or things like that, where I say, man, it sure would be nice if, and then make a product around that. And alright, so yeah, that's basically where I draw inspiration from, is finding deficiencies and fixing them. So last question was, what's my day job? My day job is, I'm actually an associate engineer, which is basically somebody who does engineering work without an engineering degree per se, at a company called McDanel Ceramics, and we make high-tech ceramics there. And high-tech ceramics are like things that go over thermocouples that go into molten aluminum, or cover, or tubes that would go over heaters that would keep the molten aluminum hot. Or we can also do insulators for high-tech machinery, computer equipment, stuff like that. Things like that. I'm not sure how far I want to go into that, because some of the stuff is proprietary. So we make tubes. You can check out our website if you want to learn some more about that, or even give the sales team a call. They'll help you out, I'm sure. But yeah, what I do on a day-to-day basis, besides do the drawings for all the technical ceramics and tubes and plates and whatever the heck else we got going on, is I help with designing new plant equipment. So one of the new projects is we want to integrate a sawing station and a drilling station into one setup. So I am designing that saw drill station. So custom machinery. At one point I designed a CNC saw that was based off of Mach 3 and stuff that I've learned here. So there's some crossover between what I can learn here and what I use there, and what I learned there about process and engineering capabilities, and what I can bring here. So it's a good job for me. It teaches me quite a bit, and keeps me busy. So I think that's all the about me that we're going to do for now. If you guys have any more questions for me, you can go in the link in the down there and post some questions on my MCB forum, or you can post in the comments, of course. YouTube comments are pretty hard for me to follow sometimes, so if I don't get back to you, I'm sorry, but it happens. I'll try to answer any questions though. So yeah, that's going to be about me for now, and if you have any questions about me or the shop or paintball or whatever you feel like asking about, I'll see if I can make some more of these, and if they are successful, I'll continue.